Well, hello. This is Creating Cards with Sherry. I'm Sherry, and I'm so glad that you have chosen to join me today for my Simple Sunday video. I, every once in a while, need to get just a pack of cards done real quick to be handed out for some occasion. And I wanted to show you how quickly you can put together at least 12 cards, and it'll go really quick, and you can have it all done by using one sheet of designer series paper. So you need a 12 by 12 size of designer series paper. And this is the paper that I used to make my cards. And what you're going to want is, when you choose this paper, you're going to want something with your printed side, and then you're going to want the other side to be a solid color, or just one color, whether it's marbled like this or whatever, but just one color. So you're going to want something that's not necessarily patterned like this. All right? And what you're going to do is you're going to take that 12 by 12 sheet, and you're going to cut it at 3 inches and 3 inches and 3 inches. You're going to do it so that you have 4 strips of 3 inches. All right. And then what you will do is you are going to cut up, when you get those 3 inches, 3 of the panels. Or is it 4 of the panel? 3 of the panels. You will cut out 12 3-inch squares. All right, so you'll have 12 of these. Then on the final panel, you're going to cut out 12 1-inch pieces. So this will be 1 by 3, and this is 3 square. And then the other things that you're going to need is you'll need 12 top layer cards, I'm calling them, called at 3.5 inches by 4 3/4. All right, and I'm using basic white today. And then you will also need your first layer card, and that is 5 1/4 by 4. And you'll need 12 of those. And you'll want to use, if you're doing this with your base card in white, you will want this to be a coordinating color. Okay? All right. And then you need, obviously 12 of your base cards, which is going to be 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, and it's either folded or scored at 4 1/4. And then you'll need 12 of 1 1/2 inch by 3 1/2 inches for your greeting. All right, so I'm going to stamp my greeting right away. I am using Gorgeous Grape ink and a greeting from the Something Fancy stamp set. This is our one of our cling stamps. All right, so let's get this on here. Okay, so we've got that much done. That's the first thing you're going to want to do is, after you get it all cut out, you're going to want to stamp your greeting on all 12 of them right away, so it's out of the way, and when you start to assemble, you don't have to worry about stopping to stamp it. All right. We're also going to be using today Stampin' Dimensionals. We're going to be using these Purple Fine Shimmering Gems. I'm also using the multi-purpose, or the green glue we call it, because it's in a green, has a green ends. And you'll need a bone folder, of course, to do your creasing your card, and your take your pick tool. So that's what you need for this project. All right. After you get your base cards all folded and ready to go, I usually start with my colored layer and my top layer, and I'm going to glue that on right away. Glue those two together. And then I'm going to take my 3-inch square and I'm going to lay this towards the top so I have just a little bit of a border up there. And I'm using the multi-purpose glue so that I can position it easier. You can still move it around a little bit. And then I'm going to do the same with my solid color, only it will be at the opposite end and almost towards the end. So there's going to be a white space or a space in between the two, and that's going to be for your greeting. Okay? Then what I do is I will take all of that and I'm going to put it on my base card. Just like that. And then I'm going to adhere my greeting. Now I want to show you different things that you can do in using your Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. You can use the 4 pieces, the little hexagon pieces that we have. All right, but then when you get to the point where you've used all of those and you just have edges, you can cut those edges off and use them like so and make your you can use that up to put your greetings and stuff together so that you don't waste any of it. You can use the whole thing. You want to do that when you can. And the other thing about this particular greeting, because it's so big, you don't want to put the dots just in the middle, because what will happen is it'll move back and forth on you. So you want to make sure that you have both sides somehow covered so that it won't move on you like that. All right. I'm going to quickly put these on some cards that are ready to go, and then we'll finish up the one we've been working on. Okay. So I'm going to take 4 of my pieces of dimensional, and I'm going to put them on the back of my greeting. And I'm going to stick that right there. And you want to put it so that you don't want to get it way down here at the bottom of this and then you hardly have any to see of that color or of that paper. So you want to stick it up further so that you have a good amount of space on both sides that is seen. Okay. Then with your take your pick tool and your gems, you're going to go ahead and embellish your card. And that's it. Very simple, very easy, all done with a sheet of 12 by 12 paper. And the magic of it is you get 12 cards that you can make. And they all go together very quickly. There you go. So the biggest part of this project is just getting everything cut out. But if you do it in those columns of 3 and then do the other, do the measurements that you need, it will go by really quick. You'll be surprised at how quickly you can get these made. Now your base cards, you're going to want to take a full 8.5 by 5.5 sheet, and you're going to lay it on your cutting board at the horizontal side, and you're going to cut it 5.5. That'll give you the size that you need. All right. And then, and these, the colored cardstock, 5.25 by 4, you can get 4 of those out of one sheet of the 8.5 by 11. And that's what I meant by the card, 8.5 by 11, and you cut it at 5.5. There we go. And then you can get 4 of these, and you can get 4 of the top layer out of an 8.5 by 11 sheet as well. And then with whatever scraps that you have, try to use up your scraps. I did. I used up as many scraps as I could to make my greeting cards. So none of my paper was wasted. All right. Okay. I think that's about it. And I hope that that helps you decide how to make a very easy card very quickly, several of them at one time that you can hand out to others. And that should be it. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. Oh, by the way, I don't want you to forget that the 10th of July, which is coming up, is the last day that we will have that you can order your paper pumpkin. And then also bonus days are going on right now. So any products that you purchase at this time, for every 50 products that you buy, $50 that you spend at one time, you can get a $5 coupon. And you just save those coupons throughout the month of July, add them up, and then you can redeem them on your purchases in August. This is a great time. July is the only month that we provide this deal, and you're gonna love it. It was fun last year for me to do and see how much I saved actually from what I was doing. So anyway, you have a fantastic weekend. I will see you Tuesday for my Tickled Tuesday video. I'm also going to be adding something new with my Tickled Tuesday videos, and that's a tips and tricks session where I am going to introduce some of our products and show you special ways to use them, so you won't want to miss that. All right. Have a great weekend. We will see you on Tuesday. Bye now.